Luther Vandross, so amazing. Used on the smash hit Netflix show Afterlife. Afterlife 2. There's a little scene at a wedding, so I can play all those sort of lovely, not cheesy, that's unfair, but you know what I mean. The slow dances, the 3 times a lady, and all that weddings do. So that was really fun actually recreating that. And also, Kerry Godliman liked it because she got to act with other people as opposed to just being dead on a video. So it was lovely. And we noticed that the happier, when you look back at things like the wedding where everyone's alive and happy, the happier they are, the sadder it is now when Tony's watching it because he lost everything. And it's really connected again. I've been saying for a year now, I've never had a reaction like it after Live 1. And that grew and grew with word of mouth, and people were still tuning into it. Like after the Golden Globes, because I mentioned it, it had another big wave of people who hadn't watched the show, or you know. So imagine that all in the last couple of days. All the people that watched Series 1 over the last year, they seem to have started watching. Some finished it on the morning, and they're watching it again. So it's been overwhelming. I can't keep up. Literally, it's like this. The tweets are like this. I mean, you know, every second. I try and read them. I try and reply to some of them, but it's thousands. And when I wake up, I've got like 9 hours of backlog and I really appreciate it. It's amazing. It's amazing, and everyone picks up on a different thing. Like some just go for they love the comedy. I mean, the biggest thing is I was laughing 1 minute and crying the next, which is life, isn't it? that is life. But yeah, I love that. I love that song. Luther Vandross. He crops up twice. Now, music nerds will know that. Luther Vandross is singing on 2 tracks in Afterlife 2. Who can answer that? What? There's two tracks in Afterlife 2 that Luther Vandross is singing on. It's a tricky one. It's a trick question. Afterlife 2 is fantastic. Thank you. There's no prize, is there, for this? So binge watch this. It's Paul Case sore thumb. Yeah, amazing line. Pretty sure that was an ad lib. Are you working out? I don't know if they're being sarcastic or not. Am I working out? I am. So imagine what I'd look like if I didn't. Well, the answer is so amazing at the wedding, which is one of my favourite bits where I'm meant to be filming the first dance, but I can't resist it. Go over to my wife. That's one of my favourite bits. He's also on a Bowie track that I play. Can You Hear Me? Because he did backing vocals on the Young Americans album. So, bit of trivia there. So, again, that's another one of my favourite bits. When I'm filming Lisa playing with the puppy, the young Brandy. And again, this was an ad lib. She's playing with a toy, and it looks rather phallic. And Kerry just went, "What is this?" to me, and I laughed out loud, in character. And then she went, "Get your dildo, Brandy. Get your dildo." Yeah. So thank you very much. And I just think it's going to get, I say worse, but I mean it's amazing. Don't get me wrong, it's incredible. I'm I'm not blasé about this reaction. It's fucking heartwarming. So thank you. But yeah, some people are on it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some people finished it. Some people are watching it twice. But it really developed. So thank you. Is there a season 3? Don't know. I don't know. I've got ideas for it. I'd love to do a season 3 for the first time ever, but it looks like this is going to go down a storm. So if this carries on, if this reaction carries on, then yes. Oh, it's fucking hard, I'll tell you. It's not. The better it goes down, the worse it is for me. Do you know what I mean? You could do something that'd be fucking amazing. People go, oh God, that's the best thing ever. You know, 10 out of 10. Then if you do something else and it's 9.5 out of 10, you go, shit, that's fucking awful. This is the worst show on television. So that's what goes through my mind as well. Oh, a masterpiece, lovely, thank you. Yeah, thanks. But now I'm gonna have a whinge, right? It's just simple, right? So went for a little walk, went a little exercise. Busy day, you know, sunny, so more people are out. I think it's busier than usual in the lockdown, but you know, it's fair enough. Everyone wants to get out in the sun, right? So you know, you're negotiating, you're walking, you see someone coming the other way. I always make the first move. Me and Jen, we always move over, right? That. Obviously, it's annoying when there's like 2 people talking and they don't even acknowledge you. You've stepped into the fucking hedges nearly, and they just walk past. And I want to go, yeah, don't mention it, right? All I've got is sarcasm, right? But okay, so here's another one. So imagine that's a road, right? Imagine that's a long road. There's the pavement. Now people meet up, right? And they're the neighbours or whatever, or friends, and they meet up and they social distance, don't they? They talk across the road like that. They talk across the road, they're 6 feet apart. But here's me, I'm coming along like a little cunt, and I have to go 3 feet away from them because I have to. Right, so here's what I say to them: do 6 feet apart, but do it on the same side of the fucking road. Then I can walk past. I can be 6 feet away as well. It's as simple as that. Don't stand opposite the 6 feet apart, because then a little cunt like me has to be 3 feet away. So be on the same side of the road, the pavement there, 6 feet apart, and then we can walk on this side of the road, can't we? So there's that. There's that, isn't there? Use your common sense. Don't drink disinfectant. So yeah. Don't kill Brandy. Never. The dog does not die. That's my only spoiler. The dog does not die. My head hurt today through crying. Yeah, I've heard that a lot as well. Particularly on a hangover, you dehydrate, so you cry, you watch it, you're a bit hungover, you cry, and then you're more dehydrated. Yeah. What else? Oh, the other thing that gets the comment, obviously the show and the characters and the new characters. I hope you like the new character of Ken Otley. Seems mad, but I've met people like that. I've met loads of people in sort of show, particularly on the periphery of showbiz, that are like that. They're sort of, they think that they sort of think it was luck that De Niro made it, and they didn't. I've met loads of that, and they do little sly comments like he did, like, you know, you can't get the parts, you know, if you white. No offence. So they have to blame it on something like this. So yeah, we did so much of Ken Otley. I think we lost 70% of it because it was just, you know, it was really free form. It was lots. The most ad libs, I think, of any with him, because there was lots of people involved and it was Amdram and we wanted to keep it really real. James, June's son, Lenny's sort of adopted sort of stepchild. Um, People enjoyed that, and the cameos, Steve Spears, uh, Holly Dempsey, of course. People loved our national treasure, Annette Crosby from One Foot in the Grave, saying the C word about 15 times. That was great. That was great. I remember that day. It was like like a mansion that we might pretend it was an old people's home, and she just nailed it. Just great, so good. I love those old pros. I mean, they look at it, they take the part, and they go, right, how do you want me to do this? I said it had to be all I said. I think my only note to her was a southern accent, because she has to say, I was born in Townbury, and she's Scottish. I think that was it. And we tried to make her look sort of smaller and older. She was going to play 100. So I made the chair bigger, like Ronnie Corbett, so she looked sort of tiny. Put a sort of big thing that was too big, and the glasses, so she looked sort of just tiny and shrunken and waif-like. And then I just thought, I see these things on telly when people go, I watched Your Secret to a Good Laugh. They go, oh, I never had a drink. And I've always wanted someone to go, it's fucking awful. It's fucking awful. So yeah. And the music. I got a lovely tweet from, I don't know him, I only know him through his music, which I think I discovered online. Dave Thomas Jr. And I first heard a couple of his tracks a few years ago, and Little Piece of Nothing I used at the beginning of Ep 5. Absolutely beautiful. And then while we were filming it, I discovered another track of his called Silence. And I thought, that I've got to use that for the end montage. No spoilers. There's quite a dramatic end montage. And it was just perfect. So I filmed it to that. So check out his stuff. Dave Thomas Jr. You know Luther, you know Bowie. What else? Do your Ronnie Corbett impression? I'm afraid I don't. The producer, I can't do impressions. Well, that's I can do impressions, but only if they're walking past a drain with a cock sticking out of it. Then I can pretty much nail anyone. So yeah, Ratty and the Nonce made me cry with laughter. Okay, so that day we only had Tom, who played the Nonce, for the sort of morning, because he was in West End show, the Only Fools and Horses show, and obviously I'd worked with him before and Andrew Brooks before, who played Ratty on Life on the Road, so I knew they were just great ad-libbers, and it's meant to just be the worst day for Tony. Again, no spoilers, but there's a scene in the pub with those three where the psychiatrist goes out with Ratty and the Nonce. And just the names, these nicknames, the outtake, they're the longest outtakes, I think. That, the cake eating, and just Brian Gittins in general. But that was an amazing. And then we put together that little, that I don't know what you'd call it, that vignette at the very end that as Tony leaves and he sees happening. No spoilers, but if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think Dave Thomas Jr. is my dad. Seriously, oh, amazing. Roxy and Pat forever. Again, that's not really a spoiler, but I shouldn't say it. I shouldn't blur out some of these sentences because, yeah, okay. Love 3 times a lady, and that's it, yeah. Well, there you go, see? People try and be cool, don't they? They try and be cool. You can have it. I love you, Mogwai. I love Mogwai. but I also like a bit of, you know, Lionel. Even though in character, I'm not dancing to Lionel Richie. It's a man rule. Yeah. So yeah, newspaper stories are hilarious. Thank you very much. They are so much fun. I think I wrote those first this time because it's a jumping off point. Because it's about that, but it's not really about that. It's nice to write the scene because that's most like the comedy writing. I guess they're most like scenes, if you know what I mean. The rest is more real. Well, they're all written, but you know what I mean. They're most like comedy sketches. You're in and out, observation, couple of jokes, take a picture. They're most like yeah. So I do those first because they're easy, and they don't have to have. They don't have to be that nuanced. They don't have to spin stories, but they're nice to then think, what's Tony got on his mind at this point? Is that going to be the worst thing for him? Is he going to feel kind? Is it going to make him be spoiled? Is it going to make him try and help them with his own problems? Is he going to walk away going, the world's mad? So it's really nice to get those and then think of what he's doing next. It's just a vehicle, really. What else? Any questions? Yeah, you knew I wasn't around last night. What if I do a week of every other day, and then we do every 3 days? So phase these out. I thought it'd be. I felt bad that I did these and got everyone to watch Half-Life, and then said, right, I'm not speaking to you anymore. Well, originally this was for lockdown, wasn't it? And that's gone on. So I'll do every other day for a week. We'll phase it out. I'll wean you off me. So, thank you for watching Afterlife 2, or continuing to, or watching it again, or starting tonight. You might be starting it tonight with a lovely little glass of wine. Stay safe. Remember, if you're talking to people, right, talk a long ways along the road so I can walk along here. Don't do that, because then I've got to walk between you fuckers. How? Oh, I'm not going to do it now, but a little treat. How? How? So, how? Hubbub. How? So, looked pretty good, didn't it? That's not bad, is it? They're actually reading glasses, and I put them on, and I said to Jane, "Fuck me, I can read shit now. I can read these." So, obviously, the hair's not great. I don't know why anyone would. I mean, I can understand people having this hair. You know, that's fine. But I can't imagine anyone buying this wig. You want to laugh? You want to laugh? You want to laugh? So that's where I end today's sermon. Thank you so much for watching. Keep the comments coming. I might not see them first time. Honestly, I get hundreds per minute, so I try and read them all or like them all, but I'm going to miss some. But thank you anyway. Thanks to everyone who watched it. See you. Should we say Tuesday? See you Tuesday. Listen to Dave Thomas Jr. He's brilliant. Tatty bye everyone. Ha ha ha.